जितनी तेजी से दुनिया बदल रही है, ठीक उतनी ही तेजी से बदल रही है हमारी लाइफस्टाइल, और इन सब का असर हो रहा है हमारे हेल्थ पर। इसलिए रेगुलर चेकअप अब हो गए हैं पहले से भी ज्यादा जरूरी। हम इस बात को अच्छी तरह समझते हैं और इसीलिए अब हम लेकर आए हैं नए जमाने की बॉडी चेकअप, एक्यूरस बी पॉजिटिव बॉडी चेकअप, जो आपको देते हैं आपके हेल्थ स्टेटस की पूरी जानकारी। एक्यूरस बी पॉजिटिव बॉडी चेकअप, अपग्रेडेड, एडवांस्ड एंड अफोर्डेबल।
Namaste. I am Mauli Baviskar, founder and executive director of Damaru. I'm very happy today to welcome you all to this Be Positive Yoga series presented by Sterling Accurus Diagnostic Center in collaboration with Damaru Yoga and Sound Therapy Studio. Globally, the health perspective is now shifting, and from the illness or the disease model we are going to the health model, the salutogenesis model, and that is where all the ancient traditional knowledge systems and the allopathy and the modern science are now joining hands. Here in Gujarat, Sterling Accurus is taking this pioneering step of bringing these disciplines together so that all of us are benefited by a holistic health model, and I really congratulate them for taking this brave step and stepping up for their clients, for their circles, and offering this holistic model. So today, as the Sterling Accurus and Damaru family come together, let me give you a brief overview of what we do. Sterling Accurus is a chain of diagnostic centers and pathology laboratories across India, and they are the leading service providers for all these diagnostic tests and reports. And also through this initiative also you would make out that their intention is more to serve people and bring out the best for them in whatever ways that they could contribute. And coming to Damaru, Damaru is a yoga and sound therapy studio based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and primarily we deal in Raja Yoga and Nada Yoga. While we are a therapy based studio, we use the methods of yoga therapy and sound therapy. There is also a wing of Damaru which focuses on promotion of positive health through group sessions, specific interventions through children yoga or pregnancy yoga, also promoting the Indian cultural ethos through the Vedic mantra chantings, a lot of work that we do here at Damaru. And so that was like a brief overview of two families coming together, one coming from the modern scientific background, another coming from the ancient cultural ethos, joining hands to create a holistic model to their valuable customers. And I would say it's a family to me. Just before we get into today's topic, let me just give you a brief overview of what we have planned out for you all. This series will be in 3 modules, and each module of a quarter with 6 workshops. These workshops will be like 3-day workshops, and I completely know that today's lifestyle is making us too busy and too overworked, and sometimes we don't have time for ourselves. Though it is very important, we have charted out these workshops in such a way that no matter how busy you are, it's just asking for 30 minutes a day for 3 days every fortnight. I think that much all of us can definitely give for ourselves. That's the base. Unless you are healthy, the life around will reflect the state of your mind, body and emotions. So getting started with this modules, the first module will be more about balancing. Whatever is our lifestyle, we see some form of imbalance happening at the level of body, mind or emotions. So before we get into a model where we can thrive, it's important to seek that balance first. The first module, therefore, is about regaining that balance. The second module is then to find our own rhythm and align with the cosmic rhythms, the biorhythms. Once you have the balance, once you have the rhythm, it's time to dance, it's time to thrive. That would be our third module. So this first module, that's where we are starting off today. When we talk about balance, within these fortnightly workshops that we're offering, the 3-day workshops about balance, we are not going to talk directly on a disease, because we are talking more about maintaining a good health so that we can prevent those diseases. Nonetheless, if you already have that imbalance, that is exactly where we are pitching into first find that balance. So no matter what stage you are, no matter what age you are, feel free to join in. And whenever we are doing the work with the body, in terms of movement, in terms of asana, we will also show you a modification which could be used for, if there are any limitations in your body movement, even you can participate. So we're trying to make it more participatory. And one important thing, that while we share a lot of information and a lot of logic and science behind why we are doing what we are doing, this is more of an interactive module that we have designed so that you can participate with us. We will be doing the practices with us, and therefore it's the early morning schedule that we've kept. Half an hour in the morning, not too early, not too late. 7:30 to 8 we meet every morning, and that will be available to you as the record on the page of both the institutions. You can always go back and refer to that and keep repeating the practices. So we've tried our best in such a way that it is easy on you, it is doable, and you can repeat it. So join us in this initiative. And so the first workshop in the balance module is about de-stressing. I think that's a good point to start our journey together. Our lifestyles, I think no matter who you are, where you are at the stage of life, stress has kind of become an inherent part. It is like the stress has become the new normal, but it is not, believe me. The body requires that state of ease, that state of calmness and peace, so that it can retain its health, and from there on it can thrive to its higher potentials. So that's a good starting point, de-stressing, within this first workshop that we are kickstarting today. These 3 days, 3 aspects we will cover. One is our breath or the prana and the energy. Second will be dealing with our body, and third with our mind. So why did I keep the breath part first? Breath is the key to the body. It's a link between the body and the mind. And if we can harness the breath, that will enable us to easily access whether it is our emotions or body. So let's start with the breathing practices, and I've kept them very simple, deliberately knowing that we are catering to an audience which is maybe it's open for all. So I may not know every individual who is participating, and in my therapy practice of more than a decade, I generally work with health histories and individualized solutions. But here we are, I am catering to an audience which might be unknown. So we are moving into practices which are safe for everyone to participate. Nonetheless, if you have a very specific health condition, you're always welcome to reach out to us, and you will get our details around this video. So let's start with the first practice with our breathing, and I would welcome to you all to sit in a position where the spine is straight, the chest and shoulders are open, and the body is relaxed. Assume this position. If you have any back conditions or if you feel tired, you can always take wall support. You can sit on the floor, or you can sit on an elevated surface, a chair, a sofa, anything. Just comfortably sitting with the spine straight is good enough. Okay. The first practice. So generally, when there is this model of stimulation and relaxation, so that's a model from the Mandukya Upanishad. If you want to relax deeper, it's ideal to slightly stimulate the system and then move into relaxation. So all the days, whenever we start our practices, we'll try to start with something which is slightly dynamic in nature, and then move on to things which are calmer, that takes you into a peaceful state of being. Okay. So the first breath, sitting straight. You can put your hand, the right palm, on your navel. That just gives you a proprioception, a sense of feeling where the breath is moving. Okay. So as you start into this first practice, all we are doing is chanting aloud a simple word, ha. But as I say ha, it's a forceful ha, and as I chant ha, I just slightly pull my belly inside. It's a slight thrust, force on the abdomen, and we are going to do this slightly faster. So every ha is a forceful exhalation arising from your navel center or slightly below. So you can join me. We will do this for a few rounds, and keep observing how you are feeling right now, how you are feeling after the practice. The more you observe, the more you will start relating, that awareness will set in, that sensitivity will come in, and this will enable you to go back to the practice again and again whenever you are stressed. Let's begin. A couple of deep breaths, eyes closed, body relaxed. And now, with no tightness in the body, sitting straight, right palm over your abdomen, we will start doing the ha breath slightly at a faster pace. Ha, 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 ha. Gently stop the practice, keep your eyes closed. Return to your normal breathing and just see how you're feeling. Once again, we're doing one more round of the same practice. If you feel discomfort or uneasy closing your eyes, I would say it is okay to keep your eyes open, but fixate it on one point or one object in front of you. And if it is okay for you, then closing the eyes is the better option, I would say. Let's do it one more time with an open voice, not a constricted throat, but an open voice. Ha 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 ha. And slowly you will open your eyes and we will move to the next set of practice. As we finish this dynamic movement or the dynamic practice of breath, the forceful exhalations, let us now use the same word, and you will see throughout the workshops I'll also use a lot of sounds, because sound is the basic fabric of the whole universe, the vibrations that we create through the sound. So we weave these within our practices, whether they are the breathing practices or the meditation practices or the asana practices. Let's try and imbibe this sound. Again, in the second practice, we will use that same sound of ha. Now, why am I using this ha sound again? Just go back and think when you are very tired and you reach your home. What do? The first thing that you do is to drop down into a sofa or a bed, and you will be like, finally, it feels as if you reached home and you're feeling at peace. Can we do that by ourselves? So again, the hand on your abdomen. That's the key, because most of the times we breathe in through the chest, which will promote stressful state of mind. So consciously here we are trying to breathe into the stomach. And then taking a deep breath. Ha. Just let out a long ha and release and relax the body every time you breathe out. There is no force. It's just a letting go response of the body. Okay. Let's do it a couple of more times. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath into your stomach. Ha. Open your mouth fully as you breathe out, and you'll see that as you exhale with that long ha, contract your belly, fully breathe out. Don't do it halfway. Okay? Again. Ha. If making this sound makes you feel a little conscious, you can do this without sound but use the articulation of your mouth. So you can just do this in like silently. That's also a good way to do it, and a similar effect will be experienced. One more time, let's do it. So that was the second practice, simple enough. The third will be in line with that, but now the same elongated exhalation that we did with the longer half breath, we will try to add a little force without adding any jerk to it, like we did in the first practice. This time no jerk, and we will be breathing out through the mouth by pursing our lips as if we are blowing out, but we're not here to blow out a candle, so there is no forceful blowing out. It's a uniform stream of exhalation till the belly is contracting fully and a full exhalation is happening. While these practices seem very simple, understand that our relaxation response of the brain, of the body, is kick-started by the exhalation, and that's what I have been trying to do with you by focusing on the exhalation component of your breath. So while you sit straight, you can put your palms on your knees, take a deep breath, full inhalation, like maximum inhalation. And then breathing out in a uniform stream of exhaled breath through your pursed lips. Normal inhale through the nose. Did you notice when you exhaled, the belly contracted fully, a full out breath, and then breathing out through the nose. Your eyes closed or open, I have given you those options. Let's do it 3 more times. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully through the pursed lips. By this time, you would have observed a change in the state of your mind and body. A little bit of calmness has started to settle in, and yet there is some tightness, some amount of stress in the body, in the mind. So the next practice that we do, we'll try to reduce that tightness by using the tightness itself as a mode to release it. In this practice, we're going to hold our breath. So, just as a precaution, those who have a very high blood pressure or very fluctuating blood pressure, avoid holding your breath. So, maybe you can just skip this practice in terms of holding the breath. What we are doing is, as we inhale and hold the breath, we will tighten the whole body, and as we exhale, we will relax the whole body. Now, as I said earlier, if you have blood pressure which is very high or very fluctuating, or if you have pressure in the eyes, do not hold your breath. What you will do is simply tighten your body on an inhale, release the body on an exhale. If you are relatively healthy and you are okay to hold the breath, you will inhale, hold the breath and hold the tightness in the body, the whole body from your toes to the head. And when you can no longer hold your breath, on an exhale, you will release the body. This is a very, very quick way. Like whether you are in your office or whether you are outside somewhere and you're feeling nervous or stressed, just doing 3 rounds of this will give you an instant de-stressing effect. Okay. So while you are sitting, and this can also be done while you are lying down, but right now we will do as we are sitting. As you inhale, take a deep breath, tighten the whole body, hold the tightness, hold the breath inside. As you exhale, fully relax the body and feel a gush of energy or the blood flow running throughout the body. Could you feel it? We will do this 2 more times. Now you know how to do it. So I'm not doing it with you because I'll be guiding you into the practice. So now 1 more time, take a deep breath. As you breathe in, tighten your body from the toes, working up till the head. Hold the breath, tighten even more. Not a single part of your body is left out. Tighten the whole body, hold the tightness, hold the breath, and no longer, whenever you can no longer hold your breath, exhale and relax the whole body. 1 more normal breath. Now you know the practice. I'm not going to speak in between because I want you to explore your own length of breath, your own length of comfortable length of practice. So do it one more time by yourself. Inhale, hold the breath, hold the tightness, and then exhale. Do it one more time. And on the next exhale, release and relax even more. Feel the energies gushing and moving throughout your body, energizing your system and at the same time de-stressing your system. So these are some instant techniques. We're going to see some more techniques today itself, but a couple of them I'm going to give you for your own self practice, because while it is good that somebody is guiding you into the practice, it feels nice, but these de-stressing practices are best done in silence. But nonetheless, I'm here and guiding you today. So let's do again a simple practice but a very profound practice. It is called the Brahma Mudra, where all I'm going to do is just my chin will first turn over to my right shoulder. Come back to the center, chin over to the left shoulder. Come back to the center, allowing the head to fall back, chin going up and back. Coming back to the center. And this time, chin down to the chest. And coming back to the center. This simple practice, we will try and synchronize this movement with our breathing. Okay? And right now, it is a guided practice, so you will go with my guidance, my speed. But when you do it by yourself, just be observant. What is the length of your breath? And move at that pace. You don't want to go faster, you don't want to go slower. You don't want to breathe too much, you don't want to under breathe. Your optimal breathing capacity. Okay? So now do it one time with my guidance. Later you can practice by yourself. So as you sit here, the head, neck and spine aligned, shoulders relaxed, body relaxed. Close your eyes, and without any hurry in your mind, at a slow pace, on an inhale, take your chin over to the right shoulder. So you will look towards your right and take the chin over to the right shoulder. On an exhale, very gradually you will come back to the center. Remember, the exhalation is generally longer than the inhalation, so you will come back slower than the pace at which you went to the right side. Now on an inhale, the chin over to the left shoulder. Exhale, coming back to your center. Inhale, chin goes up and head falls backwards. Look up. On an exhale, come back to your center. Inhale, bring your chin to the chest. On an exhale, come back to your center. The slower you do this, the more you sink in with your breath, the more peaceful, the more calmer you will start feeling. So that is Brahma Mudra. See, a lot of stress is accumulated because of the sensory inputs that are constantly streaming in. So while the Pancha Jnanendriya, or the 5 main senses, are the main receptors, there are yogic practices where we can give a break to these sensory inputs. This being a workshop which is more of an introductory practices, out of the 5 senses, if you see the sense of touch and the sense of smell, it is slightly difficult to control. But what we can do is to focus on the sense of vision, the sense of hearing, and the sense of vak, speaking. You will remember the 3 monkeys of Gandhiji, and that's precisely what we want to do. We're not going to do it right now in this workshop. This becomes like a self-practice for you. What you can do is you can time yourself depending on what kind of person you are. If you are a person who is very restless, anxiety prone, start with a lesser time. If you are already a person who has more of patience and perseverance, start with a maybe say a 3 minute, 5 minutes, and the impatient ones start with 30 seconds, and it is okay. Just take your hands, close your eyes. You're not pressing onto the eyes, just warm touch of your palms over your eyes. While you do this, just relax your eyeballs. You're not here to see anything anymore. It is closed and it needs to relax. Relax your eyebrows, relax the whole bone structure around the eyes, and just stay there. Stay there for 30 seconds, stay there for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever feels good to you. That is practice number 1. Second, again an important one, using the hands to close the ears. As you close your ears and stay there, there is an inner sound, the internal nada that will reveal itself. That's a gradual practice into Nada Yoga. Let's not get into that level for now, but just close your ears and sit for a while. There's so much of sound pollution around us in our urban setups. Just doing this will make you feel calm and centered. And the third and the most important one is having the control over our speech. There was a beautiful proverb, I forget who had written this, but it was very interesting. We take 2 years to learn how to speak, but I think we take more than 60 years to learn how to sit in silence. Anyways, so this practice of mauna, of one, while you are speaking, speak only that is required and not just blabbering and chattering around like our brains also keep on doing with our thoughts. But another is a conscious cessation of speech. And if staying in mauna for 1 full day is very difficult or almost impossible in the lifestyle that you are, start with staying in mauna for 1 hour, staying in silence for 1 hour. And remember, this is not when nobody is around, so anyways you are not speaking. When you are amidst everybody and you choose consciously to stay in silence. Silence is the core fabric out of which everything emerges. That will bring you to your core. So a lot of practices that we've done today, we started just to sum up so that you can do it by yourself till we meet tomorrow for the practices on the body. So tomorrow we will be doing a lot of movements, vyayama. For today, we started with a dynamic ha, ha, ha kind of a breath. The second practice was ha, a letting go ha breath. Third practice was a full exhalation blowing out through the pursed lips breath. The fourth practice was where we had given an option that you can hold the breath while you hold the tightness in the body. For some people, for medical reasons, if you don't want to hold the breath, just hold the body tight and release it. That was the fourth practice. The fifth practice was the Brahma Mudra, the neck movements to the right, left, up and down every time coming back to your center. And the sensory deprivation. You've heard about the sensory deprivation tanks and all, right? The biofeedback mechanisms. Anyways, so the control over the senses, and we just took three senses: the sense of sight, sound, and speech. So this is the practice for the day 1 of this workshop. Tomorrow we will meet with body based, a movement based practice. Again, we will show a little bit of modifications as much as we can, and you will join us. Day after tomorrow, on the third day of the practice, we will again move into a very meditative state of being, focusing on the mental state of peace and calm. So I hope you enjoyed the practice, and just don't start to judge right away. We're just moving into this journey, and believe me, as the journey moves on, different facets are going to open up. So while we started with de-stressing, we are going to end up towards thriving. But there has to be a gradual journey, and that's how yoga is different from other fitness models, because it doesn't torture you. It takes you, it holds the hand like a loving mother and takes you into the journey gradually. So that's that for today. Thank you for joining us. Namaste.